Hi guys, my name is Kayode Adegbola. I set up the Vault Artist Residency. We've just had Cherry Aribisala as our first artist in residence. It's been a great 1 month having her with us, and I look forward to what is to come.
Hello, my name is Cherry Aribisala. I'm a Nigerian artist, born and raised, currently based in London, UK. And over the past 1 month or so, I've been in Lagos, Nigeria, on the Vault Residency, making work, exploring new techniques, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where this takes me and the opportunity that the Vault has.
They couldn't picture me jealous.
Growing up in Lagos, I didn't really have much access to art. I didn't really know what it meant to be an artist, or even that an artist was a career path that I could choose, until I was in my late secondary school years. And then I went to Goldsmiths, University of London, where I really fell in love with art and art making, and that's just been leading me on the path of being an artist, basically. The thing about going to art school is that they don't really tell you that once you're done with art school, you're basically on your own. You don't have any help from the institution. You don't have any way of navigating the art world. And I was fortunate enough to meet Kayode at my end of term show, and he introduced me to some collectors who were interested in my work, and I sold my first painting, which was mind-blowing for me. So a few months later, I contacted Kayode again and asked for help.
Cherry and I just spent a lot of time talking about her career, her growth, her development, where she wants to go. And then she mentioned to me that she would be in Lagos in December over the holidays. And that she didn't have studio space, so I said, well, I'll convert space within my office to a studio for you.
He basically proposed this idea of the Vault.
And this space, which we now call the Vault, used to be the vault of a bank when the bank were tenants of my grandfather. And so it's the only room in this office that still has brick walls. And so I thought to myself, why not allow Cherry to use this space? And that's how the Vault was born.
I was super thrilled that he and Tola thought of me to be the first ever artist on the Vault back in Lagos.
I'm happy that we have been able to provide some value to Cherry and her career, and I look forward to what is to come.
What inspires my practice is basically my imagination. If I can imagine it, then I can paint it, I can draw it, I can create it basically. And just my way of storytelling and creating stories for people to put themselves in and just imagine what could be going on in said stories that I'm painting or creating.
So Cherry has a very interesting work ethic. She gets into the studios at 8:30 and often spends many hours working during the day. She's very sort of a self-starter, very independent. You really can just see that she has a very wild imagination, which I really, really appreciate. I wouldn't have selected Cherry for the residency if I didn't think she had the talent. So talk about the body of work that you've done now.
The body of work I'm creating now is still evolving because I'm still evolving on the residency. In this body of work, it's forming to be something that I'm also looking to see what it would be. I don't really have a clear understanding of what it is. I think there are two ways of making stories. There's a way of making story where you know what the final goal is, and there's a way of just seeing what happens. And I think I'm right now just trying to see what happens, because on the residency, I've been able to work with a wider range of materials that I would have never thought of working with before. Well, being a recent graduate of art school, I think a residency like the Vault is like a dream to get right out of art school, just phenomenal, because it's so hard to get people to patron you and support you and give you a studio, give you the means to create and be free. As an early career artist, this has been really helpful, making me feel more comfortable with my practice and exploring materials. And also with the art saloon, I have the ability to meet potential collectors, artists, and friends, which is always an aspiration for young artists.